Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of this channel. Today we will be discussing 3.2 of AICE International History, so let's get right into it. So, let's go. Alright, so one of the main reasons the League was unable to secure disarmament was recognition of its weaknesses. By 1930, with the exception of Germany, none had kept their promise to reduce arms. The League created the World Disarmament Conference in 1932. This is what this image is, by the way. Over 60 nations were represented, including the US and USSR. The conference failed to achieve any significant decisions regarding disarmament. The reasons countries wanted to stay armed were Hitler's rise to power, the Japanese threat, and the economic depression. Hitler justified rearmament by showing the hypocrisy of the League and saying Germany wouldn't be able to defend itself since everyone else had kept their firearms. Hitler withdrew from the conference after the French were unwilling to let Hitler do what he wanted. Hitler used biased interrelations in his speech. He used biased interpretations in his speech, such as saying the German people never wanted World War One, disputing the validity of the war guilt clause. With the departure of Germany and Japan, countries stayed armed because of these threats. Japan invaded Manchuria in 1932, which set off alarms to the US and Europe, who had interests in the area. The League told Japan to give Manchuria back to back to China, but Japan refused. Japan remained occupying Manchuria. The League should have taken action. However, Britain and France were unprepared to go to war after the world economy crashed. The League didn't like Japan's expansion into China, as they feared for their trading rights, so they ordered Japan to retreat, but they refused. The Lytton Report was accepted by all in the League except for the Japanese representative. The League's ability to help out Abyssinia were compromised by the national interests of the UK and France. They saw Italy as an ally against Germany. Mussolini threatened war. The UK and France were unprepared for war. The UK and France supported Abyssinia in public, but engaged in secret diplomacy in private. The Hoare-Laval Pact said that parts of Abyssinia would be partitioned. Once this became public, the other members showed their anger, and this event killed the League, quote unquote. This was logical, as the French and British would be the only ones. This was logical, as the French and British would be the ones to face Italy by themselves over some African country. France and Britain had a bad relationship, and distrust um, arose. The League didn't take any action to intervene in the Spanish Civil War in 1937. When Japan invaded China, the League didn't help at all. The only way to help would be to go to war with Japan and Germany. Even the USSR was critical of the League, even after it joined in 1934. Britain and France were the only powerful ones, and without them helping, the League was nothing. During the 1930s, the League's weaknesses were prevalent, and their inaction in Spain, Abyssinia, and China showed how weak it was, especially after Japan, Germany, and Italy withdrew, leaving all power in the two remaining powerful countries, Britain and France. So that is 3.2. I went a little fast, but yeah, I had some notes. So these two images, one on the left, obviously Lytton Report, one on the right shows the partitioning of Abyssinia or modern day Ethiopia. So that's 3.2. I'm going to bed, or at least gonna get ready for bed or whatever. So new episodes will be coming out tomorrow, such as 3.3 and such. So until next time, uh, so yeah, until then.